I wake up with a smile on my face. Dollars to get, I'm talking thousands to make. If you grind, shine, you lie, these labels know I'm the best, so show me where I shine. Now when I hit the stage, I be showing out. If you ain't know me then you gon' know me now. In the loop, it gets gritty and grindy, but I know that I can make it. My whole city behind me. I wake up with a smile on my face. Dollars to get, I'm talking thousands to make. If you grind, shine, you lie, these labels know I'm the best, so show me where I sign.
What's up, everybody? It's JDB Reality TV. Shout out to all my real ones. So today, I'm gonna do a quick little video about what I did to put together my fish tank. I did everything from scratch. Then I realized I could have went to the store and bought a whole little aquarium kit that comes with everything. I bought everything separate. But I'm actually glad that I did. Because of that, it taught me exactly what I need to get started. I'm doing this video because one of my subscribers, one of my supporters asked me to do it. I'm a little bit behind, been busy doing other things, but here we go, guys. I went to Walmart and I got 10-gallon fish tank. Now, this fish tank was, I think, $14, $15. I went and got some gravel and things to put in the fish tank. You know, the little plants and everything, the rocks. So we're gonna start with that first. So as far as the accessories, when you buy your gravel and your plants and all of that, you want to rinse them off. Want to make sure they're clean, submerge them in some water or whatever, clean them off, so that way when you put them in your water or whatever, when you're filling up your fish tank, it won't create a lot of green algae and all of that stuff in your water. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to clean your fish tank really good before you start filling it up and all of that. Second thing I did was buy a filter. So this is my filter right here. You know, and what you do with the filter is, and guys, I researched all this myself, just to let you know. I researched everything myself, and I asked questions, asked people what do I need to do. So yeah, so I bought the filter as well. The filter this is a 5 to 15 gallon filter. And like I said, my fish tank is a 10-gallon fish tank. So this 5 to 15 gallon filter, and it comes with filter in here. You can buy extra packs if you want. What you do when you hook this up and you put everything together, you want to pour some water in the back of this. So if you buy it and you just plug it up and you don't see anything happening, that's because you have to put water in it. So when you put water in it, give it a minute and you'll see the water start coming up and it'll start flowing out like you see now. So that's the second thing I did. I bought a air pump as well. That's that thing that's bubbling up right there. That's the air pump, which is actually down here. I have everything down here. So this is the air pump. It did not come with this tubing. It came with this blue check valve. It did come with that, but it didn't come with the tubing, so I had to buy the tubing separate. And what I did was I cut the tube, put one end of the check valve in there, and it'll say in and out. So you put the inside right there, then you put the other side of the tube on this side of the check valve, and you pretty much run it in here. As you can see, this is the tube right there, and you run it in there, and there you go. And if you don't know what the air pump is, it creates an airflow in the water so the fish can breathe. And the air filter, this filter, water filter, is to filtrate the water where it's supposed to keep your water clean. You know, so that's what that is for. I didn't have a hood, a top, a lid, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have this. I bought this separate. Now, you can buy whatever type of hood that you want to buy, but I bought this hood and it came with this. This is glass. This is glass up top. Then there's a plastic piece. And if you buy the same one I bought, you just cut out whatever you need to cut out for your filter. So I had to just measure it, and I cut this part out so my filter can go underneath. And I guess whenever I want to lift mine up, I'm supposed to find something to put on here so I can lift it up this way. So when I need to feed the fish or whatever, I'll do that later. I'm still getting stuff together. But for now, I can lift this back piece up. So I can lift that back piece up for now. From what I've heard, I'm going to tell you guys this. From what I've heard, I was told that when you run your water, you know, you put everything together. Give me a second, guys. When you put everything together, you're supposed to let your water cycle for 3 to 4 weeks. That's what I was told from a guy that works at one of the aquarium places. You let your water cycle for 3 to 4 weeks. If you don't know what cycle means, it's pretty much you getting all of the water that you poured in there, you letting it go through the filter. So you already poured water in here, right? But you letting it go through this filter. And you letting all that water cycle through. But I will tell you this. I talked to a few people, including my brother, a couple friends, my daughter's mother. They told me that you don't have to wait 3 to 4 weeks to let it cycle. I've been told that after 24 to 48 hours, you can start buying your fish and putting your fish in there, but you definitely want to let it cycle at least a couple days from what I was told. This is my very first time having a fish tank. This is my very first time doing any of this. So I'm just telling you what I did in order to start the process off, you know, before you buy your fish. So that's the reason why I don't have fish in mine yet, because I just bought this Saturday. And today is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. So I've been letting it, you know, cycle or whatever. I actually got some of the water out, like 75% of the water out. I dumped it and put more water in here because I've noticed after a couple days of me doing this, my water started getting cloudy. So I was told that that was normal. I was told that it gets cloudy because of the things you have in it, because of your gravel, because of your plants. You know, that's why it would get cloudy. That's another reason why you need to let it cycle. So you do that before you put your fish in. Like I said, I was told. Guys, don't quote me. I'm not a professional, so I don't want to see in the comments, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just telling you what I did to set up my fish tank. As far as properly caring for your fish or whatever, don't quote me on that now. I don't want to see in the comments. None of that. I'm just telling you what I did to set up my fish tank, guys. That's it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna you can get some of these. Get some of these. Now you don't have to necessarily get this brand, but get you some testing strips so you can test your water yourself. And the way it works is, I'm gonna show you guys real fast. So, as you guys can see, this is what's on there. This is how you test it. So when you put the strips, there are strips in here. You put the strips, submerge them in the water, you know, and you kind of swish them around for a second while it's submerged in the water. You take them out and you line them up with whatever, you know, whichever one it's supposed to be on. You line them up and you make sure that your water is good, it's safe for the fish before you put any fish in there, guys. That's what you do. If you don't have time to take a water sample to Petco or whatever, you can do it yourself. And you will also need, let me show you something else. You also need something like this. You pour this in your water too. You know, and this, it says, it conditions tap water, removes chlorine, stimulates slime coat. Now, you don't necessarily have to get the same brand. There's different brands you can get, you know. So you don't necessarily have to get that. There's different kinds. So you can get that as well. And as far as those filters that I showed you back here, this black and blue, this blue filter right here, you want to change those once a month. That's what I was told. So that's pretty much what I've done, guys. That's pretty much it. I never knew that it was so much work when it comes to having a fish tank and caring for fish. But one thing I was worried about, I did not want to buy fish and they just die on me instantly. Now, I don't know the best kind of fish to buy. I don't know none of that. But this is what I've learned in order to start the process of putting together your fish tank. And also with this light, I bought this light from a shop too. So the light is pretty much just sitting on top of this glass. And as you can see, it brings it to life. It brings the fish tank to life. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, I bought all this stuff separate, guys. I bought this tank separate from the hood. I bought the light separate. I bought the filter separate. The air pump separate. The gravel, all of that stuff is separate. All of this stuff I bought one by one. But like I said, you can go to Petco, PetSmart, or whatever, or your aquarium place, and there's a kit that you can buy with the majority of the stuff that you need to get started already with it. So you don't have to go through that. But if you're somebody like me that didn't know that at first, that's pretty much your setup. If you're buying everything one by one, or you know, you starting from scratch, or if you just stay somewhere where you don't have a store where you can buy a kit or whatever. This is the process I went through. I'm actually going to check my water. I checked my water the other day. It was just about good. There was a couple small things I was worried about. I think it was with the alkaline or the pH. I can't remember. But like I said, I took about 75% of the water out, put more water in there. I've been letting it cycle. I put my drops in there. And that's pretty much it. I don't have a stand, so hey, don't crucify me, guys. It's actually sitting on a chair. But when I get a stand for it, then you know the process will be complete for me besides buying the fish. And I'll give you guys an update when I do other videos. I'll just periodically show you the fish tank with the fish in it. But this is pretty much it, guys. And with the gravel, you can use gravel or sand. You want to at least have, I would say 2 to maybe 3 or 4 inches worth. So I bought 2 bags of gravel. Honestly, I could have probably did another bag of gravel or maybe 2. They were like little small bags of gravel, but this works too. But it's looking good so far. I'm going to check the water and see if I'm ready for fish. Or I might give it another few days. I don't know. I'm not doing no editing on this video, guys. I'm sorry. So this is going to be, what you see is what you get. But I might do a little bit of editing because this video has been going for a little second now. So I might do just a little bit just to cut it down a little bit, chop it up or whatever. But it's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, you know, I hope you guys like this video. Comment and subscribe. You know, come support the JDB squad and be a part of the squad. Be a part of the real ones, you know. It's your boy JDB Reality TV. And shout out to all my real ones.